Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Jacob.
I'm Lucas.
I'm Josh.
We're here at the Heart of Highway Antique Center again. It's kind of a fun day today. We got some interesting discussion we want to have with you about how to talk through buying and selling jewelry, especially at the entry level. So Lucas, over the past year and a half, has been doing a lot of testing jewelry for us at our auction. So we've got a test kit here. We're going to just talk about that maybe for a minute or two. And also, even like yard sales, if you're looking, you're looking at having a yard sale, or you've got you inherited an estate. What am I looking for when it comes to jewelry for values and stuff? And so we found something interesting. The booth that we are right in front of, is a gentleman here at the Antique Center. He sells a lot of jewelry, lots of silver jewelry, lots of costume jewelry. He gets gold and other things. So we're going to look through one of his containers today. But before we get into that, Josh, you were just telling me today you went to a yard sale on the way here, and you seen some jewelry. Can you kind of talk through what you seen, what kind of prices it was?
A lot of costume jewelry, a lot of cool stuff. Most of it was a couple bucks a piece, up to $4 and $5 a piece, and they seem to be selling it. Some of these yard sales, they had started yesterday. I didn't know about them. Stopped in and saw them today, talked to the people, and they'd sold decent amounts. So like the jar jewelry that we're going to show you, if they had that separated out, they would do pretty good buying it here and selling it through even like a yard sale.
Yeah, so we do have a lot of jewelry that we sell here at the Antique Center, but a lot of wholesale vendors. So Lucas, I'm going to have you, I pulled this jar on top of this case behind me, just as an example here. This is a small jar, but it's priced at $24. I'm going to show you just a little bit of all of this jewelry here. Again, this is priced out at $24.
Jacob, this is a great example of what I was seeing today, and they were anywhere from $2 to $4, and people were picking them up, buying pieces that they liked.
So if you're entry level in this business and you're thinking, how do I make money? You could literally come here, buy this jar of jewelry, set your own yard sale, throw a sign out in front of your house with a yard sale, set one table up. Lucas, let's open this jar. Yep. We're going to open this jar up. We have never seen what's inside of this jar, and the gentleman behind us, we'll put it back together, or I'll buy it or something, but we'll figure it out. So we're going to open this jar up for the first time. We're going to look through it, kind of discuss what's in it, what we might be looking for, what different values of these pieces might be. And all right, Lucas is tearing that right apart. Yeah, he's got it opened up good. All right, so just start pulling some things out, Luke. What do you find, and you tell me about it. You've done this quite a bit now. What are you telling me? What do we got here?
Oh, we
first piece.
We got a little pin.
That's I believe that's an earring, bud.
Clip-on earring.
Is it an earring?
It's a clip-on earring.
You ever seen those before?
They're not magnetic like this.
Yes, it's a magnetic clip-on. So there's probably a pair in there. Clip-on earring. Well, my ear's too big. I've never worn an earring before, so.
Another earring right there.
Maybe it's a brooch. I don't know.
I think it's a clip-on, but it's definitely not working really well. So that piece we're going to put to the side. Here's another earring. Oh, what's that? What do you got there?
That's a watch.
Okay, so there's a watch. Now the yard sale, Josh, today, the watch like that, what would it have been priced at?
I'm gonna guess $4 or $5.
$4 or $5. Okay, so we got a watch in here. Who made it, Lucas?
Vanity Fair Swiss Montparts. I can't read that bottom.
Oh, I can't read it. I gotta put glasses on. Now, okay, talking about jewelry, something that you're gonna need if you're gonna start looking at jewelry is a couple different loops. So I use a 10, I use a 30. This one here is kind of fun because you can just put the different powers together if you need to see closer on marks. But a lot of jewelry, when you're looking through it, you want to look on the backs. You want to look at what it's signed. And I'm guaranteeing you, some of this jewelry is going to be signed. If you come here today, you could probably make $100 on this jar of jewelry. I'm going to put it back up here for sale. It's not mine. It's one of our vendors. But this is marked. Let's just take a look at it. Now, a lot of the watches, the really good movements are Swiss, obviously. But a lot of the Japanese movements, they're pretty good movements, quartz movements and such. But let's just see what this one says. We have here, it says Vanity Fair Swiss movement parts made, assembled in Malaysia. So we've got Swiss movements, Malaysia made watch. Again, this is just not a high-end watch, but it's something that you can throw a battery in.
Throw it on for $4 or $5 and wear it. And,
yeah.
So
that's first piece. All right, Luke, we're just gonna keep going. What else you got?
Pull something off the top here. Got another. This one's actually a.
What is it?
I would say it's an earring. What isn't it?
Let me have a look.
It's a pin or an earring?
No, this would be a pin. This guy here, little Christmas pin.
Wear that on your
right on your sweater. So if you didn't see that, that's a manger scene. Let me get close enough where you can have a look. Zooming in all right on that little manger scene pin. That was in this jar. Let's see if we can't find some real value in here. Some pieces that might be. Oh, look at that.
That's nice.
Now there again, at a yard sale, I know that's going to sell. Lots of jewelry sells at yard sales. This would sell here in the mall well. We have jewelers that sell costume in the mall a piece at a time, and then we have jewelers like this that he sells silver, but he sells his costume in volume. So this is really fun. Was that an angel? I'm guessing, right? Rhinestone angel.
It looks like an angel.
It looks like an angel. Let's show our viewers here. I can
make out some wings there.
See some wings on that. It's got rhinestones all set in it. Beautiful little angel. Again, we're just in the first tub right here. And these things, there's going to be hundreds of items. And this is a small jar. We sell these in big jars here at the Antique Center as well.
Something else I've noticed about the jars that we sell is a lot of times it will be somebody that's maybe buying some jewelry for their grandchild, something like that, and they're letting them go through and find pieces they like, and they're just having fun with it. So it's always cool to see, and the smile on the kid's face when they're bringing a jar of jewelry up. That's priceless.
It is. And again, you want to bring your granddaughter out and just buy a jar of jewelry that they could wear to school. Have fun with. You don't have to worry about the cost. I mean, 25 bucks for hundreds of pieces of jewelry here. So here's another really cool pin. Let me show you a close up on this one. Now I can see a pin like this selling for $4 to $6 pretty easy. You know, even at auction we'll get people that bid on this. It's got a nice blue stone in the middle, surrounded by clear stones on the white. Let me see. Put my glasses on. Now, these are hand set stones on here. So if you look at the stones a close up, they set the stone in and then they push the holder over the top. So that's all a hand set. If you can. Oh, let me try it. I'm all new to this video like this, but
hold your hand behind it.
Hold my hand behind it. Oh, they don't want to see my palm. Hold my hand behind it. But anyways, just trust me on it. They're hand set stones. Again, it's not silver. It's some kind of a base metal, and this is fun that it can be used as a pendant or a pin. Either one. See the loop in the back?
Yeah.
See that loop? You get the loop in the back. That's where you can put on a necklace that way, or you can just clip it in as a pin. All right, so you're up, Luke. You tell us about something you found here. What you got?
I got a necklace with I think it's just a plastic rose right here.
Plastic rose necklace. Is it signed anything?
I haven't found it yet.
No signatures? So when you're looking through this jewelry, you want to really look for signatures on stuff. Because in costume jewelry jars like this, you're going to find all kinds of different brands, different names. Some examples might be, you might see a piece of signed Coro. That's a pretty common piece around here. Sarah Coventry. You might see some Avon pieces, but then you also might see some stuff signed like 925. And so if you're not familiar with that mark, that 925 mark, that's an actual sterling mark for jewelry for silver itself. And most of this jewelry behind me in this case here is going to be marked 925. That means that it's sterling silver. So Lucas, let's get a piece of that sterling silver out. I'm gonna actually grab a.
Which one?
Oh, I don't know. Just grab the bracelets, maybe, whatever you think. Grab that row of bracelets right here. That looks interesting. We're going to show you some sterling silver and some items behind us in this showcase.
There we go.
Okay, so we got right here in front of us. Lucas just pulled this off. This is a whole group of sterling silver, and there's different pieces on here, and they're signed differently. This is a Zuni. It looks like it's a Zuni. Let me see what he has it marked as. Yeah, it says Zuni sterling bracelet. Now this piece, interesting enough, is not marked, but this gentleman does test all of his silver. So again, this is a beautiful Zuni bracelet right here. Look at it's all hand set stones in there, turquoise stones. I'm guessing this piece to be probably. Well, this is signed. It does say Zuni on the inside with an engraved mark. And then it's actually got the initials LS on the inside. So it is marked Zuni and it does say LS. It does not say sterling. So Lucas, you have been learning on how to test sterling. So we're going to just do a quick silver test right here. The way that we do this for our auctions is we try and really test every piece, even if it's marked sterling. Because why do we do that, Luke? You talk about that for a minute.
Well, I actually got fooled a couple weeks ago. I pulled out it was a necklace and it was marked Tiffany. It said 925 Tiffany, and I was like, oh, that's a pretty cool necklace. But then I noticed some of the some of like the weld marks weren't put together too well, and so I was like, I better test that one, and I tested it. It wasn't sterling at all. Had no silver in it.
And it was marked 925 Tiffany.
Marked 925 Tiffany.
Okay, so Luke, explain what you're going to do here.
Okay, so you need a testing stone. It's just a really hard stone that you rub your silver or your metals onto, and when you're going to rub your bracelet onto this, you want to get an inside ledge that nobody will notice has a rubbing mark on
so that way we're not hurting the jewelry itself, because a lot of people are going to look at this and say, oh my gosh, they're hurting the silver. No, we're not hurting the silver. We're just doing a small scratch test to confirm that this is sterling silver. So go ahead and let's see what we got.
Here, do it on the ledge right here.
We'll do it right here on the ledge, right in front of you.
Do about right that.
Okay, so he's got a pretty good mark on here, and so we're just going to...
Lucas, I noticed you pushed down pretty hard there.
Yeah, if you don't push down, it won't come off.
Yeah.
So just to show our viewers, see this mark right here? This is the tiny bit of silver that he took off of that bracelet. So next, Lucas, what do we do? Let's go with the 14K.
14K?
Or 18, I'm sorry, the 18.
18, which color is 18? Red?
Yeah. So what are we looking for if we use 18?
Well, with 18 and silver, the mark will turn blue.
Okay, so what we have here, let's talk about what we're doing right here first off. This is a little acid test kit. We buy these and we use these regularly. Now, what happens to your fingers?
Oh, it hurts.
If you get this acid on your fingers, what color do they turn, Josh?
They turn brown.
They turn brown. How many times have we left out of here with yellow fingers on our hands?
Yeah, it's like a brownish yellow. It took me, what, 2 weeks to get all those marks.
Well, I'm a
lot more careful now.
He's a lot more careful now. And so when you do this, you want to make sure you have a paper towel and that you're being cautious and careful. But again, this is an acid testing kit, and you can buy these online. We order ours through a supply company. I'll try and figure out which one that is. My wife orders it for us. So Lucas, I'm going to let you do the dab in here and show them. We'll show the color of this. So.
I'll try and show them.
Yeah, I'll see if it shows up.
Right here.
Yep, right across. Let's see what we got.
That's the right color.
So that's the right color. So when you're testing sterling, this is a secret I was taught years ago. When you're testing sterling, instead of using the sterling test, which is white, it's white. This one right here, this is a lot more difficult to tell because you're looking for a deep red color if you're using the sterling test, the testing solution. But if you go and you use your 18 karat acid test solution and you put your sterling down, you're going to have a fluorescent blue that shows. I'm going to try and do this without. You got a paper towel by any chance?
No.
Oh, we forgot. He's going to grab a paper towel, and I'm going to try and get this where you guys can see this. Let's see. I'll make it run just a little bit sideways so we don't get that. He put a lot of acid. You don't need to use near that much acid when you're testing, but again, he's just learning. So we'll tip this up. Nope, can't tip it up till he gets back. Maybe let's mess around with this here a little bit further. Look at all that. Now this is an example. See all that acid he's used? You don't need but just a slight amount of acid, okay? He'll burn through that acid pretty fast. So let me wipe off all this excess so we don't get acid dripping onto this table we're sitting at. This is a Haywood Wakefield table we're sitting at, by the way. Okay, let me get it up here. You see that bright blue, try and turn it right there, that bright blue color. That's the color you're looking for when you're testing that. That means there's silver content in there. I don't know all the science behind it. I'm not a scientist. You might know the science.
No, I don't.
No? Well, you took a lot of chemistry in school and stuff, whatever. So anyways, that's a simple verification now that this Zuni necklace is actually a real Zuni necklace. It is silver, it's turquoise, it's for sale. And this one here is priced at $95 here at the Antique Center, and you can get 10% off that. So that's just one of our bracelets.
Good markers on it.
I'll talk about it, Josh. What we got?
Jacob mentioned earlier about the 925 markings. This one's marked up, it's stamped in. It's got the 925 sterling, and then the back side of that, what are those letters?
Okay, so we got, it says, looks like, that's probably the artist, or it says Mexico, and then it's got ATI, I believe. So, a lot of times we'll see this on Mexican jewelry. The maker will stamp their maker's marks in there. So now, this is an interesting signature on this. I'll try and see if I can get you a look at it here. If it'll zoom in or not, we may or may not. We might add this. We might see if we can get Lucas to edit that in and do a still shot overlay on that. Show him what that is, okay?
Yep.
But it's got a really cool mark. on the inside of it. And that happens a lot in Mexico. We've sold a lot of different Mexican silver pieces, and it's very popular right now. Lots of Mexican silver has gone crazy in price. We sold a Lopez piece not too long ago, and it was hundreds of dollars. But anyways, long story short, when you're trying to figure out how can I make some money, just some basic entry-level stuff, come out here. You can buy a jar of jewelry, and I'm just going to do some volume here, just kind of pull some more stuff out of here. What do we have in here? Now here's a silver necklace, Lucas.
Tell it's silver?
Okay, well, I mean, here's one of these things that you were talking about, right? I know that one actually looks like gold. So you go there and you're thinking, man, I may have a real gold necklace. And let's do that same scratch test, Lucas, and let's try and see if that's gold.
Yep.
So we're going to show you the difference on the scratch test.
Now, Jacob, it's been a few weeks ago. We got into some gold that none of it was marked.
None of it was marked.
Yeah, it was kind of a nice surprise, but I was blown away by how much of it was not marked. Yeah, we tested all of it and found out a lot of it was 14K.
Right there.
Okay, so here's a great example. So he put this necklace on the scratch tone right here, and this actually came out right copper. The color itself is copper. You don't even have to go any further than that. Scratch tested, and it's all copper that came out. So we know that's not gold immediately. Let me see if I can find a gold plated piece. Here's another piece in here. Sometimes you'll get good gold filled, gold plated stuff out of here that has some value to it still. So this one right here, rubbed on there pretty hard. Let's go to the 14 karat acid. Let's just do it quick. Yep, it went away immediately. So what we did is we rubbed a little bit of the plating off of this, and just took a simple acid test straight across. It disappeared immediately. You see how the gold right there in the middle, the color is gone. It is no longer there. That means that the acid penetrated that material and that it is not gold. Now, if that would have been gold, it would have went away. If it would have been a lower carat than 14, really, really slow. 14 karat acid test, it just boom, it took it right away. That tells us that this piece is a great piece of costume jewelry. And there again, if you want to impress your friends, throw this thing on. It'll look like you've got a $3,000 gold necklace, and you can walk around, and your friends probably won't know the difference. Okay, Luke, see if you can't find a piece in here that's marked something. See if there's any marked piece. There's a lot of fun stuff in here. I mean, you got the faux pearl sets in here. Here's a really cool bracelet. Look at all the stones on that one. Again, yard sale, $3, $4, $5.
So
that piece is signed.
Here's a pewter.
Marked pewter.
Oh yeah, let's check this out. So this is a Kirk Steiff pewter. So Kirk Steiff, both companies, Steiff and Kirk, both were companies that put out a lot of silver over the years. Kirk represents sterling sets, Steiff, Rose. You have a lot of different silver makers. But Kirk Steiff, I don't know when they went together, but this is a piece of pewter jewelry. Made to look like a silver piece, again, and it's signed Kirk Steiff. Now that piece, even if you bought it retail, you're going to pay 15, 20 bucks, and it's part of this $25 group here.
Are you familiar with those markings?
Check this out. Cool horse pendant, carousel horse pendant. Just a nice piece here.
This one's marked loft.
Loft. I'm not sure. The loft is probably again. There's so many. There's thousands of jewelry makers. I don't know them all by any means. But what I try and look through when I go through something like this is quality, possibly gold, possibly silver, and then quality costume jewelry. We'll get into some more other costume jewelry with some good designer names. So we've sold costume jewelry even in the last few weeks at the auction. We've gotten $300, $400, $500 for a single piece. So we had I think it was an Eisenberg ice blue pen that sold a few weeks ago for a couple $100. We've sold some Schiaparelli recently. There are so many different names, and oh, this is fun, Josh. This is a piece of porcelain that they've actually turned into a piece of jewelry. So this is a porcelain. It's probably Chinese porcelain is what it looks like. It's got crazing on the back, so the porcelain itself has got some nice age on it. And then on the back side right here, you can see the crazing in it. And then it's been mounted so it can be made into a pendant. And so this piece right here, again in this jar, that piece of porcelain is probably at least 50 years old, could be older. A lot of times you'll have a broken pot, or even some jewelers just look for this, like old fun decorated Chinese porcelains, and they'll put find a piece like this and then surround it and hand make a mounting around it, and then sell it for handmade jewelry. So
now, Jacob, I've seen you pick up necklaces, and just an example of something that looks really good, and you're like, that looks like gold. And I've seen you pick it up and be like, man, that just doesn't feel right.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Let's talk about
what
that.
feel are you going for when you're saying?
So here's a great example. There's two pieces right here, and the sound on this one. When you get used to doing a lot of gold and silver, you can just tell by this sound. This is a plated sound. It's a little bit heavier than this piece. But this just instantly, you can see the gold plating, and this is a brass material or some kind of a metal underneath. It's definitely not gold. Gold is soft, and so you're not going to hear a loud sound. You may not be able to pick it up right here, but trust me, this one here, definitely not gold. This one here, on the other hand, you might pick up. It's got a nice gold color to it. You're like, oh, I found a piece of gold, but man,
sometimes
this weight,
it's marked 14 karat. Or
this thing is so light, it's impossible to be gold. If that was gold, it would have some weight to it, and gold is pretty heavy. If you get a bar of gold, you see in all these movies, right? They're carrying bars of gold and they're struggling. Well, that's because gold's pretty dense. It's heavy. It's a heavy material. This piece right here, made to look like it's gold. It's got some kind of a gold coloring on the outside or plating or such. But that is definitely not a piece of gold. However, your friends, when you're wearing that around your neck, they never know the difference. Yeah, you know.
Now, did you bring the magnet out?
Here we go. We got a piece signed right here, Lucas. This one is signed Capri.
No magnet.
So here is a Capri pin that's in this box here, a nice star pin, green on the front with a big stone, a little glass green stone, and that one's signed Capri. Now the good thing about this is it's got a signature. The bad thing about this, the pin mechanism on the back is broken off, but you could very easily turn this into a pendant. Wouldn't take much work, and you can make that a really cool pendant. And look at the style on that. That's kind of probably out there. It looks like a 60s. Like a 1960s style. Cool piece. Again, that was just in this group right here that we have opened up. Oh, look at there.
I thought I saw a horse pendant when you were.
This is fun. This is a Panther pendant.
Horse pendant?
1986 Panther pendant. It's signed 1986 on the back. Cool piece. Cool piece. So this is just some basic information. If you're out there and you're looking through your estate jewelry from your parents, grandparents, you're yard selling, like maybe some things to watch out for, or if you just want to make some money in this business and try something, come out here and buy one of these containers, go have a yard sale. I'm telling you this, you can't go wrong with buying this kind of stuff because you can piece it out. If you think about it, we got a tub here with probably, I don't know, there's 100+ pieces of jewelry. So if you just sell them for $1 a piece, you're going to make yourself $75. There's a lot of pieces in here that I think, as an example, you're going to get $5, $8, $10 each out of. And you never know, you might find a home run. There could be a piece of gold not marked in here, a piece of silver that's not marked. Here's another cool pin. Look at this. Little skeleton key pin. So lesson today for Lucas and for all of us here is what to look for in your jewelry cabinets. And a lot of this kind of jewelry gets inherited, especially if you're a younger person, you don't really know a lot about jewelry. Just start looking at the names. Get online. If you find a name, do a Google search with that name on it and see what pops up. There's a lot of information you can find on the computer today that you couldn't do 20 years ago. So actually getting into this industry is easier now than it's ever been, because you got the internet at your fingers. You can find out any information about anything. We're coming to you again from the Heart of Ohio Antique Center. We are right here in the Commons in one of our little nooks, and we've got a jewelry showcase right behind us. And this jewelry right here, this is dealer number, where are we at? We are at booth number 2205. 2205. He's a great jeweler here. He sells a lot of volume, and I talked to him personally. He gets a lot of this stuff in groups out of his states. I'm not sure of his system, but I do know this. He finds gold, silver, and then he just sells the costume in bulk. He doesn't have time to mess with it, and so you can always get good buys on the bulk costume here, and this is the reason why. He's trying to find some silver out of it, some gold out of it to sell individually, and then he has to keep moving on. So we invite you, come join us here at the Heart of Ohio, whether you want to buy, sell, trade. Keep watching our videos. If you like this, then please subscribe to our channel. We are new to YouTube. We have no idea what we're really doing, but we're going to figure this out. And we want to bring the experience of buying and selling into your house. So you watch what we're doing, where we're going. Our Burner Brother Antiques video as well. We've got a Burner Brother at Burner Brothers. Antiques at Burner Brother Antiques. Let me say that right. There's a link on our, there should be a link here somehow, put all this together, but that'll show you some behind the scenes of how we buy, where we buy at, what we're looking for as we buy stuff. We got a really cool video, I think, coming out today or tomorrow with Josh of a big yard sale score he found for Mom.
Yeah.
So that video is coming out. Yeah, you helped her out. It should be out today or tomorrow. Just
keep beat me up. She didn't give me a profit.
Oh yeah, it's your mom. You got to take care of Mom now.
Yeah, Mom's not giving me a profit. She figures she already gave me a profit. Right?
Yeah, she brought you into this world.
That's
to
right.
Take you back out. You charge her too much.
I'm not going to charge her anything. So
you hear that? You got to take care of your mom always, no matter what. Take care of your mom. Well, guys, listen, we love you. We appreciate you watching, and we'll see you soon.